Welcome to Wake Up and Live with Bob. Today I want to talk to you about a very uncomfortable truth about a lot of Jamaican tradesmen. Jamaica has some of the best tradesmen in the world that I know. When I say the best, some of the best, I mean they're very good at improvising. If something goes wrong, something breaks down, Jamaican tradesmen tend to they can use something else and substitute. They can always turn a hand and make fashion. They can always do things. They can improvise, and I find that very, very useful. They're very multi-talented. You can bring on a mason to work for you, and something goes wrong with the plumbing, and he fixes the plumbing. You know, um, Something needs to be done in carpentry, and he fixed the carpentry issue. Electrical problem, and he fixed the electrical problem, even though he's none of those. All right. I find him to be very dynamic. Dynamic meaning they will build a house with simply just a hammer and a shovel. Believe me. But when you're hiring a tradesman, I'm going to tell you the first thing you want to make sure you do, and I've suggested this in a video before. The first thing you want to do is to please make sure the person you're hiring can read. It is not to say that a person who can't read can't do a good job. Yes, there are lots of them out there, but you're putting yourself at a certain risk if you're a person who likes to use agreement, which I suggest every time you do any construction in Jamaica, you use agreements or written agreements. Your receipts must reflect those also. If you're a person using agreements, you could find yourself in a lot of problems. And the idea here is that a lot of or some older tradesmen really don't read and write very well, and you have to be careful of that. It's not to say it's a widespread thing, but you will come up on that issue every now and then. And I need to explain to you that many older Jamaicans only learned to read and write when Michael Manley came to power in the 70s and decided to do his Jamal program, which was getting illiterate adults literate. All right, so many of those did learn trade again from certain. Manley had a very vibrant social reform program in the 70s, and a lot of people learned trade at the time, and so many that learn remedial reading and writing did learn trade also, but many adults did not come forward and did not therefore learn to read and write. And there are many out there who are tradesmen who are functioning. They're very skilled tradesmen, I must say. A lot of them are, but you can set yourself up for a bad situation if you are employing someone who does not necessarily learn to read and write, because they might be having someone else write agreements to which they're not very attuned and very understanding. All right. A lot of them did actually learn to read and write, kind of like certain musicians learn how to play music by ear. So that there can be, can put you at a disadvantage. So again, I just quickly wanted to reminder, as a follow-up to one video I did, please make sure when you are doing construction, make sure you find a way of determining if the tradesman you're actually doing business with is actually literate. And the reason I say this is very important is because construction is a heavy investment. It's a lot of money putting down a building, and you want to make sure that this investment, this mainstay, is not at jeopardy, because the person you meaningfully employed is not actually literate. All right. So thank you again for watching. This is Wake Up and Live with Bob. And if you haven't yet done so, please like, share, subscribe, and tell someone about my channel. Thank you again for watching.